Jake, obviously going back to Charlotte's very familiar for you and a bunch of the other guys. What do you remember about that game last year, and especially what do you remember about Debo's performance in that game?
Yeah, I mean, to start off the season, and much less, I mean, the start of the game, but, the season with the kickoff return the way he did, I think kind of jump-started the whole season last year. And just an unbelievable performance by him. A few touchdowns when he just found a way to get open, and I got it to him. But, yeah, we played well, and it's been good for us. I think the guys on the team did a great job of handling it last time playing in an NFL stadium. So we wanted to do that again coming up here soon.
Jake, do you think this team has made progress this year? And if so or not, how much would success at the bowl game mean towards keeping that progress going?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've made a lot of progress, and the fact that we've overcame a lot of adversity and made some mistakes, but I think I've grew from them and learned from them and became better players for it. And I think a bowl game would just kind of be the icing on the cake for that, and kind of a reward to the seniors and to the guys that have just battled so hard this year through so much, and to be rewarded with the bowl game would be amazing.
Can you kind of just talk about your personal growth, I guess, over from this point last year up until now?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm more knowledgeable of the game. I think this year just learned a lot about leadership and just and the mindset that it takes to win games, and not getting too high or getting too low, and just staying even keel and able to respond to situations the same each and every time. I think that's the biggest difference from our whole team is just being able to respond the right way with any situation.
This week, I guess Coach McClendon and Dan Werner got extensions and raises, and those are two guys you obviously work with pretty closely. Did you kind of sense that was coming based on the way you guys performed, I guess, through the last half of the season? And what do you think about them getting those pretty sizable pay increases? Yeah,
I mean, it's huge for them. It's huge for their families. I mean, they definitely deserve it, the work that they put in each and every day. I mean, I wanted Coach Warner to stay when all that, Ole Miss stuff came out, and I'm glad he did. I'm ready to, get these extra bowl practices and then into the offseason just getting better. And then obviously with Coach McClendon staying, it's going to be huge for us. Just another year to grow and to understand more of what he wants to do and to even get more creative next year.
Jake, have you submitted your paperwork for an NFL draft evaluation, and have you taken any steps or made any movement kind of on that front?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we, some of the juniors submitted that just to see what they would say or whatever. Waiting on that, but, really just trying to focus on what we have to do here. And I know that's a cliche thing to say, but I think that's really the mindset of everyone that's in the same situation is really just locked in of what we got to do and really trying to put it off until after the bowl game to really make a decision.
Jake, what have you seen Virginia in their defensive secondary, and in particular number 34?
Mm-hmm.
He leads the nation in pass breakups. What do you see in that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. He's very instinctual. You'll see a receiver kind of get open and him just close the distance and go make a play. And that's what the great DBs do. They find a way to get back into play, and you see that time and time again from him. And then their defense as a whole, they do a lot of different coverages. They do a great job of mixing it up and understanding how to disguise different coverages. So it's gonna be a great challenge for us. It's gonna be a challenge and preparation of getting a feel for what they want to do.
I know a lot of defenses are pretty multiple, but did they look like anybody you played this year?
Not really as far as what they do. The scheme that they kind of have is unique, and they do a great job of running it. And, they're very, very good defensively, so we'll have to play good and prepare well.
Jake, a couple. How has Chandler looked at center during these first few bowl practices? And do you think the up-tempo offense will be a challenge with a revamped offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, I think him and Hank Manos have done a great job of stepping in, and we go just as fast with any group that's out there, so it's no change to them. Donnie's still right beside them to help them out if they need it. There's really no change. That they've both done a great job of keeping the tempo and keeping us rolling.
Jake, Parker spoke very highly of you and your preparation for the Belk shopping spree.
and says that you'll be pretty organized in how you handle things. Have you taken steps to figure out what you'll get and how you'll kind of use those 90 minutes wisely?
No, I mean, that was that was him and Bailey Hart, the ones that came in one day talking about it. And I mean, I looked at it. I wanted to see. I mean, 90 minutes doesn't really seem like. I mean, it is a long time, but I feel like you get in there and you get looking, whatever. But no, I'm excited. I think some guys are trying to print out some coupons. So it's like you get a gift card. I don't know how much a coupon is going to help you, but yeah.
Jake, how would you evaluate the performance of the freshman class this year, as much as they had to come in and play with injuries? How would you rate them?
Yeah, I think they did an outstanding job of not only coming in here with the right mindset to play, but seriously diving into the playbook and diving into the film room and just accepting coaching is a big thing that I've seen from all the freshmen, and never scared one bit, and just really came in with a mindset that they've been here before, and it's really been encouraging to see because they're the building blocks of this program going forward. So just really came in with a great mindset and playing really good for us.
Jake, how do you think the offense will respond without Debo, and how has it looked so far these couple of days?
It's I think the first day it was strange to everyone not having him out there for sure, and kind of missing that piece to us. But I think all the guys responded well, and it's looked good. It's looked good. I mean, guys are getting open. Josh is stepping up and playing some more plays, and then I think Kiel and KC have also stepped up and taking over some slot reps and moving Shy outside. So I think a lot of guys have stepped up and played really well, and I'm excited for us. And I don't foresee any drop off, and there shouldn't be any drop off for offensively what we're doing.
Jake, you talked about how the team handled some of the adversity, especially the middle of the season. I wonder, how did you handle it when some were questioning whether or not you should even be the starter anymore? How did you handle that personal turmoil from the outside to go on to finish the season the way you did?
Yeah, I think me and everyone included of what we did is just rally around each other and rely on each other for positivity and being able to pick each other up, knowing that all we have in the locker room is all we need. And that's kind of been the mindset of everyone this season is, when things aren't going well, rely on our teammates. And then when things are going well, continue to keep it rolling. And it's just been an awesome experience for me, knowing that a lot of guys coming back on the team. And there's always going to be hard things that come up in life. And that's one thing that Coach Muschamp said to us is, use every negative experience that we've had and use it for life, and understand that not everyone's going to be on your side, or it's not always going to go well. So how are you going to respond in that? And I think the whole team did well this year doing that.
Did you and Ryan Helinski get to know each other at all as he was a recruit coming here on visits or anything like that?
Yeah, a little bit. I hosted him one time here.
And
took my shirt with him.
He stole from you?
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, he did take it. He didn't steal it, but he just.
Yeah, I was just kidding. But have you watched him throw or watched his highlights or anything? And if so, what are your impressions of him?
Yeah, a little bit. I've watched his film. I haven't really ever seen him throw live yet. I think that one day he came to camp. I was out of town or something. But yeah, I mean, he's a great kid. He's a great kid, and he's going to be able to come in and help us out. Maybe down the road or whatever. He'd come in here and learn. He's very eager to learn. That's one thing. Sitting with him on his official visit, he wanted to talk to me about plays or whatever and defenses. So he's a great kid and excited to get him here.
And have you seen Coach Fink's media guide for the bowl? And if so, what are your thoughts on your picture?
I ain't seen it. Oh, nice. I'm sure that's going to be a joke some places. But it's pretty nice. You made that thing? That was you? Oh, nice. Oh, Joe. I'm going to go over there and talk to him. That's good.
Kind of piggybacking on that, going back to Helinski and just the nature of the quarterback world now in college football with the young hotshot coming in and the older quarterback. And, we saw what happened at Clemson with Kelly and that transition. So are you thinking about how that's going to play out when he gets here and the hype? I mean, he's extremely hyped nationally and the expectations, and here you are, the veteran quarterback just trying to do your job one more year.
Yeah, I mean, all the hype leaves once you get here. And, I mean, he understands that. I mean, it's not nothing that I'm not trying to throw any shade on anyone, but that's the way it is. You get here and you got to work, and he understands that, and I know that's what he plans on doing, and that's just the type of kid he is. So I'm excited to get him here and teach him all I can about ball and to better help him in his career. So I'm just excited for him and the rest of the freshman class coming in. And I think it's a great class full of a lot of players that just love football. And you can tell that by just talking to them. A lot of guys that love football and are going to love being here.
You mentioned Parker earlier. Talk about just seeing the transition that he had from last year to this year. Obviously, he's made some pretty good strides and become a little bit more accurate. What's that been like? How much confidence do you guys have in him back there to get three for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been really a teaching moment for me. The way he just wasn't fazed by any negativity or any criticism that he got last year. Really just understood what he had to do to get better, and really blocked all that out and just put his head down and worked on what he had to do. And the results are evident this year. And we just have a lot of confidence in him, putting him out there and knowing that he's going to get us 3 points no matter where we are. And that's kind of one thing for me. Knowing down there tight, just throw it away, knowing that Parker's gonna put 3 points on us. And one thing that I think I've learned throughout the year is just rely on our kicker to get us points. And points are good when we're down there. And I think he's just doing a great job for us.
Jake, there's been a lot of talk about an expansion in the college football playoff from 4 to 8. As obviously a college football fan and someone who has to play 12, 13 games every season, would you be in favor of an expansion? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, I see both sides of it for sure. I think the bigger you make it, the more games teams have to play, which that could be a factor too. But whether it's 4 or 8, trying to get in it. I don't care what it is. And that's the ultimate goal. And I think no matter what you put it at, I mean, that's going to be the ultimate goal for anyone is get into that spot to give you a chance to go win it all. So, but I think the way we have it right now is pretty good. So. If it's not broken, I guess don't try to fix it.
Is there a level of excitement on the team for kind of the fact that you're moving into that new building pretty much as soon as the season ends? And are there certain things you're looking forward to or some of the guys are looking forward to with that?
Oh, there's a lot of excitement, and you can just feel it when guys talk about it. And just the I mean, I know it's simple, but just the better setup of what it's going to be up there and just how – our meeting rooms are right close to the coaches' offices. Just so it's easy access just to talk to them. Now it's kind of hard to get from one side of the stadium to the other and talk to them and set up times and everything. So I think it's just gonna be great for us. And say we're up there and it's hey, let's go throw some routes right here on the field. And it's just connected right there. And I think it's gonna be really, really good for us. And I have to make this walk across the street and stop traffic. People honking their horns at us, wanting to get to work. So that'd be nice. But I think it's just going to be huge for us. And it's looking very well, and I can't wait to get in it. Yeah, walking back in the rain. Yeah.
Jake, what have you seen from J.C. Horn this year, and did he pick you off a few times in practice?
Oh, yeah. I mean, in fall camp, I probably didn't talk to him because he got me a few times, making me mad. But no, he's got the mindset that no one can run past him and no one can beat him, and that's what I love about him. And whether or not he makes a play is on him, but just the mindset that he has to come out to practice and to bring it every day. And he's going to talk junk. He's going to get in your face. He's going to make sure he's there. And him and Kiel were going at it today, and I think Kiel got him, and he got Kiel one time. So it was just cool to see the competitiveness that he brings, and that just makes everyone better.
Jake, piggybacking off some Debo questions from earlier, is this team better? Is this offense better prepared to handle kind of his absence this year than as opposed to when it happened last year?
I think so. Last year kind of was, I think I kind of shocked everyone the way, everyone was kind of scrambling of what we need to do to kind of pick that absence, his absence up and regroup from that. But I think this year I think it's just experience of guys. I think Shai's more experienced, Brian obviously being here a long time. Josh already having a whole season pretty much of playing. And then, Keel and Casey obviously being here a long time too. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's just, the guys that are going to have to step up have played a lot already. And so I think it's definitely going to be better this year.
Jay, kind of going off of that, you talked before about how the bowl practices are so important for the young guys to take that next step. How has it been? How have you seen Josh Van, even Shy, in the last week or so? And are those guys both playing inside and outside, rotating throughout the practices?
So really just, honestly moving everyone around and just trying to get the best matchups we can, the best personnel groups we can on the field. And to moving, Brian even play some inside sometimes, just really trying to get everyone, around the best we can. But a lot of guys have really made a lot of plays, especially in the first 2 days. It was mostly young guys out there. And I thought Jay and DeCarrion did a great job of leading the offense and making some plays. I think it showed the coaches a lot of guys who's going to be ready, maybe not right now, but moving forward, maybe into the spring of who to look for and who could help us next year.
To kind of continue on the Debo theme, what was kind of your initial reaction when you found out he wasn't going to participate in the bowl, and what were sort of the feelings after that?
Yeah, I think selfishly I'd want him to play, but I understand completely. I think after the Akron game, walked in the weight room and it's 30 people with Debo Samuel's cousin, nephew. It's just a really awesome thing to see how many people support him. And when he told me, and he told me what was going to happen and what he thought the best thing for his family was. And when you see that and the amount of people that support him and how he can kind of change his whole family's life by his careers, you can't really fault him for that. And the whole team supports him 100% in his decision. And I know he's going to do great things on the next level. And he's going to be there supporting us in the bowl game. So it's not like he's just absent completely, and he's going to be there cheering us on.
How have you seen Josh Van develop this year, and what does he need to do to take that next step?
I think he's just got more mature this year. And not to say he was immature before, but you can just see maturity and the way he prepares for the game, the way he is, knowing what he needs to do throughout the game to stay locked in, and they being able to come in, whether it's the third quarter or the first quarter, and be able to come make plays. And, I'm really proud of him, the way he's just grew this year and his knowledge. And, he wants to get bigger. He wants to get better. And that's the best thing about Josh is he wants to be the best player he can be.
You mentioned DeCarrion. Just how have you seen him progress this year?
Yeah, DeCarrion comes in with the mindset he wants to learn every day. And, I don't think I've ever seen him, not locked in and not kind of have that feeling I don't want to be here. He's always excited about practice and excited to do what he can to help the team. And, just a real competitive guy that I love having on the team.
Is there something particularly meaningful about getting to see Bryson get one last game with kind of how last year went and then kind of how this year went, that he was kind of able to come back and get one last ride?
Yeah. Bryson's battled through a lot, and he's been through a lot since he's been here, and it's awesome to get him back out there with us and for one last game. And I know it's probably going to be emotional for him, but I'm just excited for him to be able to strap it up one more time and leave it all out there for his teammates.
Just when you look at kind of what you've been able to accomplish in your career, you look at kind of the spots you've had in the record book. What is that sort of like to sort of look at the scale of that accomplishment and the potential to maybe move up a few spots should you come back next year?
It's cool and all, and I think I'll probably appreciate it more, later down the road and being able to look back on it. But I think for the most part, when you look at it, not to sound negative, but our team goals we haven't accomplished, and that's what's most important. And so that's kind of what eats at me is that we haven't accomplished our team goals yet, and that's what we start every meeting off with is to beat the East and win the state. So that's kind of the mindset for me is that I got to do whatever it takes to try to accomplish those, and personal goals will come if you match them up with the team goals, and that's kind of what we talk about. So that's just the mindset that everyone has.
Phil, you got one more? Last one. You can all get them next week again up in Charlotte. Ooh.
Just wondering when the reports came out about your dad in Auburn, and the offensive coordinator's job. Did y'all talk about it very much? I mean, did he inform you and share with you some of the conversations that might have been going on between him and Gus Malzahn?
Yeah, I mean, he talked to me about it, and just seeing what I thought. When we talked about it, I kind of felt more of a, I guess, I don't know what you call it. It was kind of him just more talking to himself, and I was just standing there. But because I was just like, I don't do whatever you think, and he just kept on with reasons or whatever. But he's excited about being here, and that's kind of the big thing. He just loves it here, and loves the community, loves the fans, loves the coaching staff. So he's just excited to be back.